Kristin here at HollyShorts here with AUSTIN UKU, and we're here to talk about your project, Black Lightning. So can you give viewers at home a bit of an insight on your role on this?
Okay, my role in Black Lightning, Tobias' Revenge, I was one of the lead villains, so the villain Holocaust, and I was actually also one of the co-producers on the film.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, all of you, everybody that I've talked to, they have different hats. So
Yeah.
how was that for you in this process, like doing multiple things at once?
It was great. So at the time that we were filming and doing most of the work for it, I was just acting, and I did a little bit of work in trying to do essentially location scouting. Then afterwards, on the post production, I jumped on as a producer just to kind of do whatever I can to kind of push the project forward. And it's a lot of work, and so just kind of realizing that. So even from beginning to completion to submitting it to different film festivals, and then all the work publicizing it, and so it's a tremendous amount of work. But it's always great whenever we get to come to the festivals and see the film screen, and so it's all worthwhile at the end.
Okay. So what made you want to take part in this project? Like what gravitated you towards it? Like what was that grab factor, I guess?
Well, they told me I get to play a comic book character.
That's enough, right?
And it could have stopped right there. And so initially I grew up wanting to draw comic books, so that was a huge draw for me. And then eventually I kind of gravitated towards acting, and seeing that a lot of the films that I as a consumer like to watch are comic book films. So they put a lot into them, and for the most part, you rarely leave feeling disappointed, like you didn't get your money's worth. And I want to kind of chart my career path towards, being an action hero. So the fact that I got to do something like that and play a prominent role in that was huge for me. So as soon as the offer came up, I jumped on board. And I was actually scheduled to have a smaller role in the film, and then one of the other actors ended up suffering an injury, so I had to take a bigger role. And so he's fine now, but I ended up being in the right place at the right time, and then everything is history from now.
Okay. Well, congrats on that. This is a huge deal, and you guys are getting really good reception. Everybody, there's a lot of talk, so that's always good to hear, especially in this environment.
Yeah.
Are there any upcoming projects for you in the future that you want people to look out for? Anything maybe that you might be working on your own,
On my own, nothing upcoming, but a short that I was a lead in got accepted to the Long Beach Film Festival. So it's the audition, and so I play the lead character in that, and so I'm really excited about that. And so anytime I get an opportunity to kind of go to these things and meet and speak to different people, and I really liked that project because it was a role where I got to expand on what I've been used to doing, and that was exciting to me. And then I like the message of the film, so anyone that gets a chance to see it, I believe it's screening on there's a Shorts network, and if you can follow me on Instagram, the Maximum Output Movement, I'm going to try and find a little bit more information about where the film can be screened, and then try and put that up as often as possible. Yeah,
Awesome.
but the audition short film, I believe it's still available on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Everybody should check that out, definitely. And I've been speaking to other castmates of yours, and everybody has had such a wonderful time throughout this whole thing. Now, what was it like for you working with it? Because, everybody seems so close, and the support system is very tight-knit. So what are some, things you took from that, like learning experience,
Yeah, it was, we are a community, because a lot of us are, my acting coach and friend directed, wrote, and shot the film along with one of our great students in the class, James Moten Black. And so we're together a lot, and this was actually, they've done several projects together, so this is my first time, working with them as a unit, and that was just great, just seeing the whole process, Choice going from acting to directing to, picking up the camera and shooting, so, it's inspirational. So when the time has come for, your scenes to come up, you just wanted to, put out and then do your very best. And so we put a lot of work into it, and so there's a lot of this action driven. And so we did, prior to that, we got together as a group and then in the individuals for the fight scenes just to choreograph it, just so that on the day of we were as crisp as possible, and then just give ourselves the best opportunity to be able to make time without having to re-choreograph the whole scene. And so, and that was, you know, thought-provoking and, you know, essentially a learning lesson in itself. Just because, you know, again, me wanting to be a future action star, just to kind of see the dedication that goes into, you know, what you see on, you know, anything from TV shows to the, you know, films. And that was, you know, a huge part, but then also what we did together as a community to push the film. So we've gone to Mammoth, we've gone as far as the Cannes Film Festival, and so and again, like you said, the reception that we've been getting in all these different places, it's just tremendous, and just to be there with your friends and essentially your family is awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to talk to us, and congratulations to you and everybody else. You guys are doing a wonderful job, and I'm excited to see you guys progress more, because I'm sure there's a lot more exciting news coming up that we don't know about. So Thank you again.
Thanks so very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Take care. Austin Uku live from the HollyShorts Film Festival, and that's Turn the Page with JeanBookNerd.com.